the extended analysis of how your own channel and career is going. Like, it's just unbearable, I feel like, as a viewer, just here. Oh yeah, I'm really hoping to get this number of subs in this year, and it's just like, dude, what am I saying in chat here? I don't post about my private life online. Guy who twit-longered his own mother. That's a great point, mate. Great point, mate. Amazing point from me in chat there. This guy did. We just played this earlier. This guy did twit-longer his own mother. She's doing gamble with your money, bro. She's doing she's turning that money into more money. Why can't you ever throw up in the toilet? Classic line there. Absolute classic. Why can't you ever throw up in the toilet? So, guys, Xanderhal. We all remember Xanderhal, right? Hopefully. Hopefully, we mostly remember Xanderhal. So, this got shared around the other day, okay? He made a post in his Discord server that says, "Hey everyone, pretty bad news for you all today. A while ago, my phone fell out of my pocket and onto my driveway, shattering the screen and making it so it cannot turn on. My two-factor authentication was connected to my number, so I quickly became aware if anything happened to log me out of my Google, I'd basically be screwed until I can get a new phone with my number moved over to it." Well, that's something that happened today, and when I came downstairs, my PC had restarted itself for an update, normal, but logged me out of everything. I got back into most of it, but my YouTube/Google is logged out. I need my number to log in. This basically means I'm locked out of my YouTube channel until further notice. I'm going to do everything I can short of carrying the f*** out at a Xfinity store today. But if that doesn't work, would you guys still support me if I had to start a new channel? So there's no way he's considering starting a new channel over being locked out for like one day. Like, it does not take that long for you to get a phone number and your mobile number. This is like less than a week, right? To get a new phone and a number. Like, that's less than a week to get that. Max. Like, we're not living in the 2000s. It ain't hard to get a SIM with your number on it. It really is not. So it's just like absurd to me. Now, I wanted to look at some old Xanderhal stuff, because this is basically all we've got for this, I think. However, there is a long history of Xanderhal stuff, and he's had moments like this before. So, for instance, some people may be aware he moved back in with his mother at some point. But, what not everyone may remember is and I can't quite get these on screen properly, I don't think. No, they're going to be slightly off. But I'll read them. But he made these long posts years ago about how he needed to escape his abusive living situation. So let me read some of this. I didn't want to talk about this until I was out of my living situation, but due to how badly my moving efforts have gone and how much stress is keeping it a secret has caused me, I decided it's time I told you all anyway. If you watch me frequently, you may have heard me talk about my toxic/abusive relationship with my parents, and how especially my mom's behavior caused me a lot of trauma as a kid/teenager. And basically shoved me down the alt-right rabbit hole. So he's saying, my overbearing mother turned me into a Nazi. Common story, common story. Very common story. Right after New Year's of 2018, when he says alt-right, he means like consuming Sargon and Ben Shapiro videos passively. That's alt-right. Right after the New Year's of 2018, my relationship with my parents devolved to the point of constant fights that escalated to violence very often. Eventually, my parents kicked me out and sent me to live with my uncle for a year. That is where I spent the entirety of 2018. Early in 2019, I got a phone call from my stepdad telling me to pack my stuff because I need to stay with them for a few weeks because my mom's dog died and she was very depressed and he had to leave for work all day and needed someone to cheer her up. I was very hesitant to move back in with my parents, but after a year away from them, I suppose I forgot how bad they really were. and I complied with their request. So he's like bitching about having to go back and see his mom because her dog died. When he, like, just a couple years later moves back in with her anyway because he's low on money. Like, bruh. However, a couple weeks turned into a month, and a month turned into 2. Until I started to bring up the idea of moving back in with my uncle, as I had a job as a lifeguard back in his town. This escalated into an argument right away. And my parents forbade me from moving back in with my uncle, even though he was fine with me coming back. I couldn't just leave because my parents never let me learn how to drive, so I should get my license when I was a teenager, and I didn't have a car. Do you mean they didn't let you, or they didn't just pay for it? They didn't let you, like they wouldn't have let you pay for it, or they weren't, do you mean they weren't just, you mean they weren't just paying for it, they weren't paying for you to drive? The set was not worth the wait. I told everyone it wouldn't be. I told you it wouldn't be. I said, lower your expectations. I said, I may even delay it, so that you forget about it, and no one has any expectations for the set. I said this. I didn't say the set was going to be good. I didn't say it was going to be impressive. So it was going to look better than it did before. And it does look better than it did before, okay? So please, cut me some fucking slack, okay? So I couldn't just pack up and go. To make matters worse, no one could come pick me up because my parents lived in a gated community with armed security guards at the entrance. They don't let anyone in unless they have approval from a resident, which my parents would not allow. So I was stuck with them, and they knew it. Shortly after, tensions started to rise. I began making political content, and my channel started to blow up. I quadrupled my sub count in only a month, and once I started streaming, I began making a little bit of money. Eventually, I caught in the sights of Nazis on a website called Kiwi Farms, and they began searching for my home address for obviously malicious reasons. I showed my parents, and they said that if they managed to find our address, to let them know immediately. Sure enough, they did exactly that. When I showed my parents, they demanded I delete my YouTube channel and stop streaming. Thank you for the membership, Godspeed. Or they'd shut off the power in my room. Fortunately, I came up with an idea that they agreed to. I would move all of my things to the guest room in the other side of the house and claim that I moved in with a roommate on the other side of Florida who did not want to appear on stream. It worked, but it was a lie, and I was and am still here with my parents. I really hate lying to you all about my living situation, but it was the only way to save my YouTube channel. Eventually, I started talking to my now girlfriend of nearly 9 months, and planned on me going to visit her for a week around Valentine's Day. However, as you can expect, my parents did not allow it, and after making up a plethora of excuses to convince me not to go, they told me if I walked out the door, I would come back to my streaming setup at the bottom of their pool. At this point, I had to come clean to my girlfriend and tell her my situation. She wasn't mad at me, but instead began planning a way to get me out of here. We decided that since her lease was about to expire, after she got in a new place, she'd take a flight down here and sneak me out with my stuff, and we'd drive to California. Sadly, COVID came along and threw a wrench in our plans. No one wanted to rent for months. She had to hotel hop while submitting application after application. All the while, I'm stuck here with my parents. I try to stream as much as possible, but every time I leave my room, it's an argument. Sometimes it escalates to violence. They would start fights over every little thing, from leaving my bathroom door open to eating the wrong thing from the fridge. They constantly threaten to shut off my power/internet, and this is the environment I've been streaming in for as long as most of you will have been watching me. Despite making a lot more money recently, this won't solve anything. Until my girlfriend has gotten us a place, she can't come get me out of here. I have tried my best to stream/create content consistently, but my mental health is constantly crushed by my living situation. Now I can't leave the house because if I do, my parents say they would destroy my PC, which is how I will make a living. I have nowhere else to go since my uncle thinks YouTube isn't a real job and would make me get a new job despite making more than I would there. He says I need IRL experience. Oh yeah, God forbid Xanderhal get IRL experience. That would be such a terrible thing. I have no time to stream anymore. There are a lot worse things that are going on, but I would rather not go too into detail here since it makes no real difference. Getting police involved is not an option either. I have nowhere to go, even if I do get out of here with the help of police, and getting them involved would just be a hassle. It would make my life 10 times harder. At this point, my girlfriend is frantically trying to get us a place to live. My credit is non-existent, and hers is bad. Also, I only started making decent money recently, And I'm young, so it doesn't look promising on applications. There isn't anything we can do except continue to apply for places and hope we finally get something. All the while, I try my best to stream/make money here and save up for moving expenses and whatnot, as my parents torment me and threaten to shut off my power over the smallest issue. There isn't really anything you can do to help me. I'm only telling you all this so I can vent/get it off my chest. I hope you don't judge me poorly for this. Thanks for reading. So yeah, that's the Xanderhal parental abuse twit longer. Okay. Got another one about his parents here. I'm sorry, but my parents took my AC, so my room is unlivable in terms of temperature. All streams until I'm in California are cancelled. Lani should be getting me there soon, so we shouldn't be waiting too long. Okay. Now, where is... Yeah, here we go. So this is a picture of Xanderhal with his nose plugged with a tampon. Are we seeing this? Do we have eyes on this? Are we seeing this? So this is Xanderhal plugging his nose with a tampon because he had a nosebleed. Because he had a nosebleed. So he plugged his nose with a tampon. Let's see what he says about this. Woke up at 5 AM with my mouth and throat full of blood and realized I had a nosebleed. This isn't a drip. This is more like a steady trickle. Like an insane amount. If it doesn't stop soon, I'm going to the hospital because I'm losing way too much blood and I just can't stop it. Go to the fucking hospital, dude. Holy fucking shit, that's not okay. I can't afford it, so it's a last resort. I'll cover ER. Go, says Vosh. Thank you. If I end up having to go, I'll gladly accept the help. But I put 2 tampons up my nose, so I want to see if this helps first. It's just like so embarrassing. It's like Vosh offering to bail you out. I have literally only $600 to my name right now. Should I buy Cyberpunk 2077? This is in 2020. This is in COVID. It's when he should have been making money. And he had $600 to his name. I feel like Xanderhal must have been bigger than me back then. How did he only have $600? That's just crazy. You've only got you're a streamer with only $600 in savings. Get a job. What is going on? Yeah, the level of money management here must be insane. Well, I'm pretty sure he's still living with his parents at this point, I think. So what are you spending your money on? Where's it going? Where does it go? Seriously. I don't know how many subs he had back then. Yeah, probably like 20k. People message me asking why I only have $600 when I'm a moderately successful streamer. How much money do people think streamers make? This doesn't include ad revenue, which has been like $1,500 to $2,000 a month since August. So what, $27,000 in a year? I need a calculator, man. I'm retarded with maths. So 27 divided by 12. So 2,250 plus 1,500. So he's what? 3,750 per month. Dude, there is... How do you only... He's making like $3,700 a month, at least. Living with his parents. And he only has $600 in savings. How? How does that happen? Like, that's not too bad at all. Really. Like, that's like a, you know, fine job to have, living with your parents, especially. Like, even if you're, like, living... You can even kind of... I don't know, 44k dollars, what's that in UK? That'd be like... Yeah, that's like totally fine. That's a totally fine wage. You could live on your own and have a fine life with. You know, like your early 20s, yeah, 100%. That's like totally fine. And he's sitting there going, well, What do you mean? Why do you mean? Why don't I have $600 in savings? I don't make any money. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? You're tripping. You're tripping like crazy. You should be fine.
All right.
Okay. Oh yeah, we might watch this. Okay. I've got another money issues one. So he's always bitching about money, man. He's always bitching about money, having to take time off and shit. I just had to pay a $475 electric bill. Wow, 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 wow. No one cares, streamer. No one cares. Okay, let's watch this. So this is his. I feel like these are great things to revisit on Xanderhal at any time he has like a bad moment. I love revisiting these clips. So, in this video, Xanderhal talks about his plans for content on the channel in 2021. This is 2020, 2021 New Year's content plans video. Okay? I just want to see how much of this came true. He has now, I've noticed, after the last drama, his last big drama, the whole Cherry Caffles thing, his subs started backsliding a bit. And it seemed like he was never going to hit 100k. But he actually has now hit 100k. His uploads this week have been very spotty, though. I think he got a bunch of subs when Trump got elected. And he says in this video he's hoping to hit 100k in 2021. So, I mean, a few years late, but he got there.
Hey, hello, everybody. So, right now I want to talk about my plans going into 2021, the next year. So, there are a lot of things that I'm looking forward to in 2021. Probably the biggest one is that Social Blade predicts me to hit 100,000 subs in 2021, though that may be a bit of a generous estimate considering the fact that my sub growth has actually been pretty bad lately. I actually haven't gained 100 subs in almost a week. So sub growth has been pretty off. Granted, I haven't really been uploading. I'm going to get to uploading way more consistently in the next couple days. But we also have a lot of other things to look forward to.
That's a great point, Queller. Guys, if you don't want me to end up like Xanderhal, some failed, miserable wretch with no money to buy video games, only $600 in savings. Okay, guys, it's very important you do the bare minimum of moving your cursor to the thumbs up and clicking it, or pressing the thumbs up on your mobile device. Now, if you want to take your support one step further, you can do so by donating directly through the Stream Elements link in the pinned chat message. You can also buy a membership to the channel, gift a membership to the channel, gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat, buy a super chat which will highlight your message and read it on TTS, or buy a super sticker which is a YouTube image or GIF that will be highlighted in chat and I'll describe it to you. You can go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, or reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, guys, very important stuff here, okay? Very important. There is a goal in the chat, okay? This is for 20 teal super chats, okay? Very important. It's got an hour and 30 minutes left, so make sure, guys, we need 19 more teal super chats, and if we hit that goal, I will consider becoming a day trader, okay? I will consider becoming a day trader. So, huge things happening. Huge things happening. Make sure you contribute to the goal, okay?
2021, the game Hytale is expected to release in some playable form for everybody. May not.
This is my favorite part of this video. I love revisiting this video. He's talking about how he wants to play Hytale. How Hytale is going to be out soon. How he's going to be a Hytale streamer. Where's Hytale, man? Where the Hytale team finally shares updates one day ago.
We got some Hytale news, but I feel like it didn't warrant a full video, so that's why I'm making this a little more informal. We got word from the developers of Hytale on when we can see the next Hytale news, as well as kind of what we might be able to expect. So Budacat, the community manager on Twitter, was asked if Ask Hytale will return this month, and if there's going to be any changes to the format, and if it's going to be on the Budacat.
It's like nothing. Like nothing. 6 years ago, the announcement trailer. 6 years ago. 6 years ago. Crazy.
We also have a lot of other things to look forward to. In 2021, the game Hytale is expected to release in some playable form for everybody. May not happen, but it's looking pretty likely.
Yeah.
And so if that happens,
No,
I'll obviously be playing a lot of that on the channel. And if you're looking forward to that game, you should definitely drop in and watch me play it when it comes out, because I do plan to do a 24-hour stream when that game comes out. And the vast majority, if not all of my gaming streams, are going to be after... or of Hytale after Hytale comes out. There's going to be a lot of playing Hytale, so that's going to be pretty fucking poggers. With that said, I feel as though 2020 was a good year and a bad year for me in a few ways. It was a good year in the sense that I managed to, back in July,
guys,
get out of...
everyone's saying like the set wasn't worth it. Oh, the set's really not that good. Oh, it looks like a refurbished church. All this shit. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. What? Be serious. Would you prefer? I hate sets like this. I hate when streamers have backdrops like this, where it's just one of these shitty fucking. It's their rented apartment walls, the white rented apartment walls. They've just got like some foam stuck to the fucking walls. Bisexual lighting. It's horrible. It's horrible. I hate it. They all look the same.
Florida and get away from my parents and move to California with my girlfriend, where I have my own place and I'm in a position where I am able to stream way more and with a way higher quality. I've also improved my rhetoric and my argumentation a lot, I think. And I've also gained a lot of subscribers in 2020. I think I started 2020 with like, what, 20,000 subs? 30 maybe? No, I think it was like 20,000, or less than 20,000. I've gained a lot of subs this year. It's been fantastic. So... while we most likely weren't able to hit the 60,000 I wanted to hit by the end of the year, we're still at 58.1K. We will probably hit 60,000 pretty early, and then it's just final stretch of 40K
streaming from the
get
shed.
to 100,000.
Shed code. You think that's an insult? Shed coded sets are actually really cool. I don't know if you're aware of this. Card posting set, really cool.
So I definitely in 2021. Want to hit 100K subs. I think it's very doable. I know it's doable. But how are we going to do that? Well, you met Lonnie in 2020, right? No, I met her in October of 2019, and we started dating in December of 2019. So me and Lonnie have been dating for over a year now. But with that said, now...
like, dude, I try not to ever do this. The extended analysis of how your own channel and career is going. Like, it's just unbearable, I feel like, as a viewer. Just hear, oh, yeah, I'm really hoping to get this number of subs in this year. And it's just like, dude, no one cares. Think about this in your head. Keep this to yourself. Your channel goes, your professional goes. Dude, he had 760 viewers here. Big time. Xanderhal was big time here. He never gets that now.
Now that I am in California, and I'll be in California the whole year.
Is my internet fogged? No, it's just...
I am a bit more financially stable than I was in Florida, obviously.
Guys,
I'm in a better situation than I was in Florida. Just overall, in terms of my mental health and my ability to stream. I want to take advantage of that, full advantage of that in 2021. And this entails almost daily streams. I am going to do my best. I'm not going to promise, but I'm going to do my best to try to stream every day. At the same time. Every day. Noon is going to be what I aim for. Now, I know probably one of the most frustrating things is going to be that Vosh generally streams at 10 or 11 a.m., which means... I'll be starting my stream towards the end of Vosh's streams. Hopefully I can catch like a host or whatever after he ends his stream, and that'll help me with mine. But typically, when I stream at the same time as Vosh, I get around 200 viewers. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But regardless of that, I'm just going to hope that quantity will take care of that and just stream every day. Just do for 6 days a week. I could just do 6 days a week. You know, that would be nice. Give myself one day off. But at least for the beginning of 2020, I'm just going to try to stream every day. And obviously, daily uploads are out. Like, I'm 100% going to happen. I actually tested double uploads,
Oh, look, it's
they did not help my
Ambition
channel.
Streamer
They
Edition.
actually harmed my sub growth. I think YouTube thought that I was like overloading the algorithm. So I'm going to stick with 1 upload a day, because right now that would just kill my channel. I just don't have enough subs to make 2 uploads a day worth it. So we're going to stick with daily uploads, 1 video a day instead of 2. So 1 video a day, 3 planned topics per stream. However, many others could, break off from it if I end up debating somebody or a random topic I want to talk about pops up out of nowhere. That could always happen. And then in the days between politics streams, gaming streams, I'm going to go ahead and probably start playing through Dark Souls 2 tomorrow for my gaming streams. I feel like Dark Souls is a pretty good series for politics streams. People seem to really like watching that, so that's probably what we're going to do. So I'll be starting with Dark Souls 2 tomorrow for my gaming stream. I know, DS2, but I haven't played it much, so it might be interesting for me. And besides, people like Dark Souls. People like watching me play Dark Souls. I actually probably had the most viewers during gaming streams when playing Minecraft and Dark Souls 1. So we're going to do more games like that for gaming streams. And then I'll probably play Bloodborne too, because I have a PS4 Pro. But yeah, more gaming streams as well in the days when I'm not doing politics streams, and just generally trying to stream every day. You could do The Witcher 2. I also do want to try playing The Witcher 3 on stream. That would be pretty fun. That's like a big commitment, though.
We back.
Maybe after Dark Souls, we'll do The Witcher 3. It's a big commitment, though, for The Witcher 3. It's pretty fucking crazy.
We back as hell.
Your last Dark Souls stream didn't go too well. I think it did. No, my last Dark Souls stream did really good. Really good.
Okay.
Shadow of War is good too. Yeah, but not a lot of viewers. Not a lot of people watch me play Shadow of War, I don't think. But yeah. Oh, God of War 2. We also have to finish God of War 4. We got to finish that too on the PS4. We'll do that. Don't worry. But with all that said, I want to take full advantage of my situation in 2021. I want to hit 100,000 subs. I want to get to a point where my income is way more stable, because can I show you guys how crazy and sporadic my income has been in 2021 or in 2020? Let's go ahead and take a look at it. This is how crazily sporadic
Well,
it's
can you imagine watching Xanderhal unironically for anything, really, to be honest? Like, I wouldn't ever watch Xanderhal unironically.
been.
I only watch him to A-log him.
Look at this shit. So, 1 year ago, I made $0
I'm covering
in
him
December
again. He keeps
2019
moving shit around on screen. Fucked up.
from the website. $0 the whole month. Nothing that whole month. Now, we were a bit better in January because I streamed really hard and I went the fuck off, and I ended up making about $1,300. Pretty fucking pop.
Dude, what?
Look at this shit. So, 1 year ago, I made $0 in December 2019
Okay.
from the website. $0 the whole month. Nothing that whole month. Now, we were a bit better in January because I streamed really hard and I went the fuck off.
This is just
and I
his
ended up
website.
making about $1,300. Pretty fucking pog. The next month, February, not so good. 937. But the next month, 1,829. Not bad. Next month, not so well. 1,083. The next month, though, we spiked back up again to 2,651. Then the next month down to 1,612. Not great. Then this is what, and then obviously we have June and then July. This is the month where I went to California. This is the month when I moved from Florida to California. I made $4,042 in July. The main reason for this is I was streaming extremely hard to save up.
Yo, they have a $5 spent. So I used to watch Zanny Boy while I was near perpetual haze from antipsychotic medication. Medication you probably could have benefited from. Thank you.
Much money as possible going into California, and a lot of people were donating a lot because I made my situation, my living situation, public, and they wanted to help me save up money for the move. So most of this is because of that. Same goes for the next month over. This is my highest earning month. August of 2020 is the month where I made the most money I've ever made streaming. and that was $5,080 plus like $1,500 from ad revenue. Add on like $1,500 to $2,000 a month on top of whatever.
$6,000, $6,500 is the most he's ever made for a month of streaming. Okay, maybe the 50. What is NOK? I literally have no idea what NOK is. Thank you for the 50 of it though, Gayest Winston. Thank you.
This is up to around here is when I started making over 1,000 a month in ad revenue. Going forward, by the way, just add that on top of this.
Is it Norwegian?
But this was the month where I made the most money.
Norwegian krona.
But then the next month, I didn't stream as much. I got a little lazy, down to 2,500.
North Korean
then back
slave
up
is.
In October to 3,000, then back down in November to 2,183. And then so far this month, I've made 2,686. It'd be pretty pog if by the end of the month we can hit 3,000. That would be pretty fucking pog. Dude. If we could hit 3,000 by the end of the month, I would be pretty happy with it, because at least we would have broken. We will have kept up with the trend of like the next month, generally like of like the wave. It's usually
if this was like his general viewership, like he's got what 750 right now. If this is the amount of viewers he was at generally, like I don't understand how he was only making like $3,000 a month, $3 or $4,000 a month. That doesn't make
like really bad month, then really good month, and bad month, good month, bad month, good month, bad month, good month, and then good month here. And then bad month, good month, bad month, good month. That's usually how it goes. So if we can beat the last good month, that would be fucking pog. Yeah, $314 to 3,000. But yeah, so yeah, I hope to make my revenue less sporadic. I know I'm a socialist YouTuber talking about making money. How hypocritical, right? Listen, we all live in a capitalist hellscape. If people can't afford to donate or subscribe, that is fine. They don't have to. But that doesn't mean that I shouldn't strive to be able to not worry about paying the bills, okay? The goal of doing a job, even if it's your dream job...
So like defensive. Just like so defensive. I know I'm talking about making money, but I'm still a socialist guy.
This is to make enough money, generally, that you don't have to worry about bills. That's my goal. I want to be able to not worry about goals. I'm not even at, like, buying cool stuff that I want level yet, right? Like the PS4 Pro, when I bought that was like a big fucking spend. Like I was like nervously watching my PayPal after that shit, you know? We're far from being able to, for me to be able to afford the RTX 3090 or whatever. You know, that shit's pretty scary. But despite that, 2020 was still pretty good, though very sporadic. So with that said, with all that considered...
No, I'm pretty sure Whiteleaf don't
I bet Whiteleaf scammed him into giving 50% of his Steam wallet monthly, and perpetually.
Thank you for the $5, thank you.
In 2021, I want to go for the whole year as hard as I went in June and July, June and July, yeah, of and August of 2020. That's what I want to do. I want to go as hard as I did these 3 months, because these 3 months were when I experienced the most growth in terms of revenue, sub count, everything. Things are really, really good there. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to make this little section here the whole year of 2021. We're going to go really fucking hard. Really, really fucking hard in 2021, and I want all of you there to be there with me. So get excited for 2021. Get ready for more consistency, consistent daily uploads at the same time every day. I'm thinking 8 a.m. is a good time to do it. When I have enough money as well, I'm gonna go ahead and pay an artist to make me some custom animated alerts that like fit my branding on Fiverr, and I'm gonna like get into a call with them on Discord and explain my monetization system, how I do donations and subs, like with the tier stuff as well. I'm gonna have custom alerts as well. I definitely want to get my stream looking really good. I want to make it so I have my own animated like custom.
Xanderhal reminds me of a friend of mine. He was less wretched, but similarly reactive and impulsive. He died from a fentanyl overdose. Okay.
Custom little thing that pops out with all my socials instead of this like solid block that's always here. That's kind of like ugly looking, I think. I just generally want to make it look a lot better. Don't burn yourself out, Zan. I'm going to try not to. But get excited, okay? That's my plan for 2021. So get fucking excited. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. It has been phenomenal to experience how kind and generous you've all been. I really do appreciate it. But with all that said, thank you for watching. If you're new, subscribe, ring the bell icon.
Wow, what a great little trip down memory lane watching that video. Did any of that come true? Did he succeed on any of that stuff?
He's watching this from inside a church basement. Pale, dying, he threw up on the PS4 Pro. It's broken. He's broken.
I don't really like stream overlays. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big stream overlay fan. Where's this? Yeah. So wait, there's more similar stuff. So obviously he's freaking out at the moment by being locked out of his account. He's had similar stuff like this as well. So WTF do I do now that I can't stream/upload for 1 week? I've also got to stream/upload for 1 week, and this is my job. Stream/YouTube revenue is how I buy food and pay my bills. At Team YouTube, please help. Okay, this is bad. I just got hit with a false community guideline strike on my stream from 2 days ago. I did not break TOS. I'm going to send the pill. In the meantime, I won't be able to stream on YouTube for 1 week. I will try streaming on Twitch in the meantime.
Spending money on custom alerts, when the biggest streamers in the world use default for everything. It's def the alerts keeping him back a mere right.
Yeah, for real. Thank you for the €5. Thank you, Gucci. Yeah, the custom stream alerts. These are like it's like the sort of thing that you get. It's like a purely like aesthetic thing, you know? It's like a...
This guy is dumber than DSP and somehow has less trolls.
It's like a streamer preference
One of his
thing,
funniest
you know?
moments was fighting with Mauler over Amazon
vanity.
Rang's slop.
Thank you for the $5, thank you. He was fighting with Mauler about the Black Elves. Yeah, it's like a vanity thing. It's just like purely to be like, oh, I've got my own alerts, you know? Like, that's all it is. It's like a self-satisfaction. And then, like, dude, there's just so much crazy shit this guy did. Isn't talking about the quails?
Up. That in Washington State gets you some really nice places, so I wouldn't be paying much more, and I'd be in a place where the opportunities as a streamer and just generally for like stuff that I'm into are just so much more open. So that is the plan. And a big part of that is that I plan to raise jumbo Coturnix quail for their eggs and make it part of their content. And so this is a little flash forward into the future of what some of my content's going to be like. This is how to collect quail eggs and other tips by Self-Sufficient Me. I'm going to drop a like on the video, as should you.
G'day, I'm Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, and I'm down here at my quail pen this afternoon, and this video...
Thank you for the $5, Spence Howard. The point of oversharing embarrassing stories is to make others feel uncomfortable or for self-deprecating humour. Doing it for sympathy is cringe. Thank you.
...is about how to collect quail eggs.
Quail.
Well, it's been a big day, and it's getting a little bit late, so
Dizzy.
before it gets dark, I better get into collecting these eggs. So while I'm collecting the eggs, I'll go through all the important points you need to know when collecting quail eggs.
Quail.
First of all, when you're collecting quail eggs, it's important to note they could be
his
anywhere.
life. This is what he was expecting to be doing right now. By this point, he was expecting to be doing this.
So be careful where you step.
Hold on, wait. Let's hear how he said no again. Let's hear how he said no.
It's important to note they could be anywhere. First of
all, quail eggs. To know when you need to know. 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 You need to know.
No. See? Australians say no, and then New Zealanders say no. Yeah. Yeah. I told you. That's how you tell them apart.
When collecting quail eggs.
First of all, when you're collecting quail eggs, it's important to note they could be anywhere, so be careful where you step around. Over years of
like
inbreeding and
vaping.
domestication since the ancient Egyptians,
Inbreeding.
that's why they're sometimes called pharaoh quail. 6,000 years ago, they're the oldest poultry breed known to humans.
Holy shit!
Essentially, they've forgotten how to sit and incubate on their own eggs. That's why you'll find them around the place. I have seen...
Quail are so inbred over the thousands of generations that they've forgotten how to sit and incubate their own eggs. So quail are literally incapable of reproducing, or at least these types of quail, like these kinds that are being used for farming, are literally incapable of reproducing like on their own. You have to collect their eggs and incubate them yourself.
Wow. Awesome, Xanderhal. Wow, that's awesome, man. Why is this? That video's not there anymore, dude. That's annoying as hell. Oh, we got this classic Xanderhal clip. Oh my god.
He's, oof. I mean, I wouldn't. He does troll. He's.
Yo, thank you, Ghoul, for the 800 yen super sticker of the Shiba Inu dog, the little #1 sign. Thank you.
Really smart. Wait, who is Lanny in your chat?
Lonnie's my girlfriend.
Oh, nice. She's a fucking moron. So, like, she even just did it to me. What I just said was, that is transphobic. Sorry, go ahead. What were we saying? Oh, yeah, the infrared guy. He's like, he's a character. I think that if you catch him being calm, you can be calm, but he's also somebody that will meme and go big into the blood sports. But he plays like a character, so I don't like to argue like that with characters, because then I feel stupid. Like, I'm being sincere and they're just a character, so, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, my girlfriend's off limits, okay? All right.
Well, tell her to stop talking shit about me then. Okay, so I got.
But I can't control her. Wait, I can't control.
Then you can't control me talking shit about her. What the fuck?
I can't listen. I can't control women. I don't have that power. All right.
Then stop protecting them. Treat them like equal people. All right. You say dumb shit.
Yeah, equal rights means equal fights. Okay. No, but seriously though, I think
It's just so painful. It's so painful. So painful. Thank you for the $5, Spencer Howard. I stole Xanderhal's dream. I own 10 acres of farmland in the Australian countryside. I breed weird poultry that yuppies pay me far too much money for. Thank you, Spencer. That was the woman who was trying to jail over the breakup. Dude, who remembers when he called into Chuds?
Well, now
should we see how much of this actually stands? How much we actually still believe? Let's watch some of this. Fuck it.
you better believe I'm pressing charges. She's going to prison.
Man.
She's going to prison. That's what's happening.
Well, at least she'll have somewhere to stay at that point, I guess.
Something never happened.
Yeah, she'll have somewhere to stay. Yeah, no, she's going to prison, guys. I'm pressing charges. Like, why the fuck wouldn't I? Like, what am I gonna leave her to be homeless? Like, unironically, like, I'd feel like it's the kinder thing to do. Unironically.
Xanderholic's lost.
Guys.
Slanderholic Eternal W.
I woke up this morning, I looked on Twitter, and I was like, amazing. Someone else is going through
1,000 years of slanderholism.
But that means content for me, baby. Let's go. It's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn to look at some allegations about Xanderhal, as he once did for me. Am I going to see
myself in chat here?
Now it's time to return the favor. Well, I'm going into this with an open mind, okay? Just to be clear, I'm going into this with a completely open mind. Hey, Holly Games, thanks for the sub.
Nation. Finally some good fucking drama.
I know, I feel like we've been waiting for some drama to pop off, and then this happens. So, I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like Layman here has got the right idea. I feel like Layman this is like one of those things, in it's a precursor to what we're about to witness. So, what is going on? Well, let me just fill you in. Okay? This person
when was
here,
this? 11th of July, 2022. Crazy.
Lani is, I thought they were still together.
Almost
I thought it was
3 years
Xanderhal's,
ago.
like, Xanderhal's girlfriend. I thought they were, like, everything was just, like, normal. They lived together. Sometimes, like, she'd be in the background of his streams and stuff like that. But apparently, some stuff has happened. Okay? Now...
Okay, we don't need the full twit longer. Well, I think we remember roughly what happened here, right? Xanderhal was like accusing her of cheating and doing drugs behind his back, and then he came back to his apartment and there was a Breaking Bad drug lab, and she'd been stealing all of his money and all this shit, right?
Oh, that's a good meme. Oh, good on
Epic
her.
Destiny memes.
Yeah,
wow.
she's written a whole twit longer fucking besmirching Xanderhal for no reason to try and fucking solicit cash because she's fucked her life up. Like, Jesus Christ.
You stole my money and spent it on a secret meth addiction and just got out of jail. We broke up over a month ago. This is a sad attempt to extort me. More info coming soon.
This guy and his fans are delighting in publicly shaming his addict girlfriend after he made her homeless and stole her cat. These people are fucking unreal. They're literally just making shit up. He's posting her arrest record on Twitter. Xanderhal is actual scum. If you follow him...
Oh yeah, this is Sophie from Mars. Look at that.
Literally block me. Yeah, she fucking put a twit longer out, so he's defending himself. Are you fucking kidding me? God, these fucking mouth breathers are totally insufferable. Yeah, she put out a twit longer. He's responding because he's having his fucking public image dragged through the mud. Jesus Christ. These people are unreal.
Dude, Chud streams were not the same back then, were they? This is like so different.
This person obviously needs help, and what she's getting instead is a piss-pants manlet doxing her and sending his fans after her for being manipulative.
He'd be going, AGP, AGP, AGP at the camera if this was right now. He'd be going absolutely fucking crazy. He'd be saying, see these fucking trans bed blobs. See these fucking trans malingering bed blobs. Fucking saying, everyone should always be giving everyone free money. That you should look after them. That you should look after your decrepit fucking addict whore girlfriend forever. That's what they think you should. I'd be Chud right now. It's so different.
She released the fucking twit longer first. What do you want her to do? Just sit there and take it. Help her, you soulless fucks. She needs support and go to CMA meetings, not a Twitter pile on fucking hell. I'm sorry.
It was so funny today when he was covering the Amaranth stuff, and you could hear him getting pissed off with the fucking like misogyny shit in chat, where it's just like endless like dispelling of her story because they already hate her. And it's just like I heard him. I was like, oh, Chud's understanding it today. Chud's understanding it. Chud's understanding how annoying it can be today when you're trying to just look at something. There's a bunch of people who fucking hate women in the chat who are just desperate to make you have the specific perspective. It just tears down the woman as much as possible. Yeah.
Listen, I looked at her original tweet, and it seemed to me like most people were doing the whole,
this is the one
sorry
who put
this
the
happened
cigarette
to you.
out.
Maybe there's a couple of memes in there. But most people were like, I'm sorry this happened to you and shit. I didn't see anyone like piling on her super hard. Most people were kind of quite supportive of her the last time I checked.
Okay, let's...
Wanted to do this for months, but out of respect for Lani, I kept it private. If she wants to do this publicly, then I'll be exposing her for all the lying, stealing, drugs, and her abusive behavior in our relationship. Oh, there's going to be more. There's going to be more.
Yeah, he posted so much evidence in the end, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. This was funny. Look at this. So, this is Xanderhal obviously talking about this, right? Scorched Earth. I can't wait, mate. I can't wait to check it out later. I may be a true scum, but that's truly a scummy thing to do. I'm fully on your side, by the way. False allegations.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked up that Spinal's banned from Chud's chat. That is actually so fucked up that Spinal's banned. I can't believe that, man.
Well, I thought you was supposed like Abraham Cohenbaum, not like an attractive male version of lyrics.
Thank you for the $5. Thank you.
To the worst, and I'm so sorry you have to deal with this. Would love to talk to you, by the way. I don't know if you've been following, but I've made a name for myself by talking to Vosh, Destiny, Careful's, Hunter, Avalone, Dylan Burns, etc. Yo, read the room. Maybe this isn't the time for you to be fucking doing some networking, okay? Jesus.
Spinal will just have, like, the retarded take on everything. That's the thing. Is it does get annoying sometimes, because he just, like... He literally just will stake out, like, the retarded, like... Yeah, actually, babies should all just die. That's, like, Spinal. He'll come out with a take, it's like, well, why shouldn't babies die? Well, why shouldn't you just kill babies? That's Spinal. That's like the sort of takes he'll stake a position. Why shouldn't you just kill babies? What's the problem with that? That's what he'll do in chat.
I mean, I kind of respect the hustle, but fucking hell. Hey, thanks for the bit,
It's
Stylo.
Rose Moolah, not Moulay.
I'd never been following, but I'm kind of a big deal. Jesus, she's
Yeah,
getting
he's very
fucking
stubborn.
wrecked.
Okay, let's skip to where Xanderhal joins.
Well, holy shit. It feels like just yesterday, you were getting accused of grooming a 30-year-old.
Oh, style never changes. Sitting going, men bad, men bad.
And I
In all
was
caps.
getting accused of having a sex cult, and here we are.
Yep, another round of. Well, I hesitate to call them allegations.
You
'cause
won't be able to find this Twitch account anymore for some reason.
it just seems like I don't know, someone saying a bunch of shit that's nothing to do with you, but try and make it about you. That's my take on it.
Yeah, like, I think the reason why she did this is because I'm not a very public person. Like, with my personal life, I try not to make most of my like private life public, generally just not a good idea. Like, the internet's kind of rough. It's not good to do. And so I think she just saw this as an opportunity to I guess push me into contacting her and potentially giving her more money, I'm guessing. That seems to be
I'm in chat saying that's cap immediately. Look, I'm so... Dude, guys, listen. Hate just suck my own dick here. Hate just suck my own dick, but I'm just like, immediately, I just call it. Just immediately call it.
I think she just saw this as an opportunity to, I guess, push me into contacting her and potentially giving her more money, I'm guessing.
No, you don't.
That seems to
Okay.
be her mindset, but...
Guys, one thing I'm really good at...
yeah, I don't know. Do you have any general questions?
One thing
or
I'm,
anything?
like,
I can give you a
really good
rundown
at.
of the basics, or you can ask questions. It's up to you. I'm tired of shit.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I tell you what,
One thing
there's
I
a
think
few
I do
questions I want to
really
ask.
well.
I don't want to let you, off without asking some pointed questions to get to the bottom of some of these other issues. But before that, like, what's your kind of perspective and overview, versus what
It's very
she said?
disturbing, even as a joke.
So she lied a shit ton in her twit longer. I could bring it up and, like, take down the bits. I already wrote, like, a whole, how many pages?
What am I saying in chat here? I don't post about my private life online. Guy who twit longered his own mother. That's a great point, mate. Great point, mate. Amazing point from me in chat there. This guy did. We just played this earlier. This guy did twit longer his own mother.
Pages, 14 pages about everything that happened beginning to end. So that's what I'll be going over on stream, as well as doing a bit of a Q&A portion just to fill in any gaps that people might have in the story. Stuff like that. I don't think I'll publish it like as a manifesto for people to read. I think it'll just be guidelines for my official like stream and segment where I
This
talk
Kuihman
about
guy
it,
should stream.
and then I'll put
Real.
out a gallery of screenshots that are relevant, and that's typically how I handle stuff like this. So basically, yeah, where do you want to start?
Okay, so first of all, I guess we can talk about, because I don't want to necessarily probe into the ins and outs of your relationship, but this thing about the cheating. So, so you said she was cheating. She said she wasn't.
So,
I mean,
she claimed that she got herself a job.
Please cover I'm Alex. I've covered I'm Alex. I've done the response video. What else is there to cover about I'm Alex?
Cleaning Airbnbs or something. And when I contacted a friend of hers, because what actually ended up happening was I realized that money was disappearing from my account.
Destiny,
and
son,
I noticed
Alex,
this for a very
Destiny,
long time,
okay.
and I didn't quite understand why. It
I
just
was being
seemed like I'd
facetious,
have
sorry, okay.
less money in my accounts than you would expect,
Okay.
right?
I'm gonna smoke on that.
Obviously, like, I use PayPal for the income that I get
We'll
from my website.
we'll put
'cause
Quaker
that's
for a minute.
what
Okay.
that's done through. And then YouTube and Twitch always just pays you direct deposit through your bank account. And typically I just transfer that over to PayPal because it's easier to have it like that, because debit card, swipe, do your thing, do your shopping, whatever. I'd do a stream or something, and I just noticed that there wasn't as much money in the account afterwards as there should be. I'd be like, what's going on here? What is this?
No, I'd be
So
having
I'd
restless leg.
dig,
Cry about it.
and I'd look through like my transactions. You go on PayPal, it's got a little list of transactions, right? So
I'd be
you go through
stimming.
that shit, you scroll through it, and there's nothing there.
Thank you for the $5
like
Spencer.
nothing suspicious, nothing that would make sense as to why there was money
My,
missing.
my legs be dangling in the air. You know how it be.
And I'd ask her about this, and at the time, I had no reason to distrust her. I mean, for one, we've been dating for like a year. She's had plenty of opportunities to leave me unconscious in a bathtub full of ice with a scar on my torso. So, and she'd been like doing the shopping and making sure that like we like she not seemed to have been irresponsible with my card or with my finances before. It felt like we were operating as a unit, as you'd expect a relationship to do, right? You're a team, right? You work together. You divide your tasks and you divide and conquer, right? That's what a good relationship's meant to be. And I thought she was holding up her end of those things. Never let women do the shopping. The far left and the far right agree on one thing: women be shopping. No, but so I go through and I'm just like,
this guy
something is up
sucks. I hate Xanderhal. This guy fucking blows.
Something is up here. So eventually I, after budgeting and after saving and just being like, I'm kind of done with this whole being broke thing. Where's my money going? This is pretty cringe. I'm eating ramen for dinner, and for some reason,
dude, this was in the run up to Chud's face reveal as well. Look, because you can see the TwitchCon Grift Fund dono bar. He was when he was raising money to go to TwitchCon.
Not having money saved, and it eventually got to the point where I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? So I decided to just not be broke anymore. I decided to Google how to not be broke anymore, in the form of searching how to hide payments through PayPal. And I did a little searching around, and I discovered a little something. I don't know if this is true. You might know about this, Chud Logic. I don't know if most people watching will know about this, because a normal PayPal account that you have for like personal use and a business PayPal account like you and I would have. I assume you have a business one, right, Chud Logic?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And a business
So
one.
he says he searched how to hide transactions in PayPal. So I mean, maybe he had the idea that she was stealing from him. I'm not convinced she was stealing from him. I'm not convinced. I've never been convinced, to be honest.
Have pretty different layouts. This is why leftists make terrible finance people. Bro, I'm 22. Do you expect me to be like a financial genius? Hold on, dude. I legit, I'm looking at the chat right now, and I really am curious right now. How financially responsible were you guys?
You really expect me to be a financial genius, dude?
Different layouts. This is why leftists make terrible finance people. Bro, I'm 22. Do you expect me to be like a financial genius?
She said that Xanderhal gave them that she had like access. Xanderhal basically gave her the card and like all the financial stuff to just like shop. Basically, that she was allowed to just use the accounts. That she wasn't hiding anything. That she was, it was given to her as much as to use to buy, like groceries or fucking clothes or whatever.
Genius. Hold on, dude. I legit, I'm looking at the chat right now, and I really am curious right now. How financially responsible were you guys at 22 years old? Where did you learn your financial knowledge? They did not.
Not
teach
good,
me
but better than this.
Teach me this shit in school. Okay.
Chat's giving you a hard time. Okay, yes, I agree that at 22 years old, you might not be the most financially knowledgeable. One thing I do want to say though, because why is there not a bank account you can get where you just get a debit card? Like, why is it all managed through PayPal? That seems like the wrong way to do it.
I had a Suncoast credit union account back in Florida, and it was just like big credit union back in Florida, but it's only in Florida. So they're like a big bank back there, big credit union. But once I was in California and I lost my card during the move and had to cancel it, it was like, well,
isn't this a commie? This is like a commie thing, isn't it? Using credit unions instead of banks. Isn't this a thing?
Need to go there in person to like get a new card. So what I'd just do is I'd get my direct deposit into my bank account from Twitch and YouTube, and I'd transfer it over to my PayPal. And I plan to get a bank account here in California to streamline things, but I just didn't get to it for, as you can see now, obvious reasons.
Yeah,
anyway, so
I'm pretty sure all these commies say use credit
regardless,
unions.
I just noticed that the amount of money disappearing was absurd.
And sorry, like, one thing to ask as well, because obviously there's a famous tweet that you tweeted out about your PayPal and money being missing. Is that also linked to this then?
The one that I'm thinking of, I think, is one in which like a bunch of charges are made through my account through Steam. And that could have been her using like some Steam like wallet bullshit to be able to get cash. I don't know how. That seems more likely to me that was actually some sort of hacker scenario or like some sort of like actual like someone out there fucking with my account scenario, which is common with Steam. Steam's kind of high target for that kind of stuff. So that could have been unrelated, but there was other stuff that just seemed suspicious. Like there was a time where, and this was like, I had no reason to suspect her, obviously. Early in our relationship, I'm sitting there and I'm at the computer and I'm like typing. I say early, but like early when we were living together, I'm sitting at the computer, I'm like typing and shit, you know, having a good time. I check my PayPal and I notice there's like a bunch of charges. These are not hidden, by the way, and I'll get to the hidden charge thing in a moment. To this like Chumba Gold Coin Casino thing. And
Right.
I didn't know what this was.
He's owned.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
She's
So I
doing gamble
Googled
with your
it,
money, bro. She's doing she's turning that money into more money.
and it's this online app gambling, whatever the fuck thing on the phone. And I was like, okay, well this is not either of us. This is just not either of us. So, hey Lonnie, you know what this is? Did our card get? Oh yeah, your card must have gotten skimmed at the gas station. Oh yeah, did it? Should I cancel this one and order a new one? Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, it's gonna take 5 to 10 business days for a new one to come. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass. And she's like, oh no, yeah, totally. Yep, cancel it. It was stolen. The card was skimmed. And I was like, all right, I'm canceling the card. It's gonna be 5 10 days till a new one comes. It's gonna be kind of inconvenient. Are you? And she literally went all the way in on that lie. And the reason why I ended up finding out that she was lying to me is because later on, when I would go looking through my PayPal and discover these hidden payments in the form of archived payments, I don't know if these exist on normal like PayPal accounts for like personal use, but if you use a business account, you can. I didn't know this because I don't know jack shit about PayPal that I like don't regularly use as an aspect to it. You can click on a payment and hide it as an archived payment, which takes it off of that big convenient list of transactions in your PayPal that lets you keep track of all of your income and what's coming in and out, and puts it in like a secret kind of like hidden page. And when I found out about that, that's when I saw the charges and I was like, this hoe belongs to the streets. God damn it.
Dude.
So you just found
so-
all these transactions she'd done that were like not anything you'd approved or aware of, and that's why you were losing the money.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I can't. There's only so
it's
much.
the cringiest shit in the world. The whitest way of talking, the whitest way of saying it. Trying to talk back. And just like so like tone deaf too. Like this is, you gotta remember, right? You gotta remember. This is his like 30-year-old. He's like 22. She's like 30 something, 31 or something. His 30-year-old mother replacement girlfriend. Like he's literally got this girlfriend to replace his mother. Which like is based, frankly. Slave hag girlfriend to cook you chicken nuggies. Kinda based. Kinda based. Where's yeah, where is it? Here it is. But just think of the things she had to go through for this guy.
Just nodding their head as if you're a child and going along with what you're saying, but not actually internalizing any of it and like introspectively considering what you're saying. So like a Cheeto sounds to me kind of like that, like a good person on the outside, but like intellectually and I guess morally they're kind of like shallow and they don't really look inward at themselves and try to like critique their own ideas to the point where like, you know, they constantly backslide back to those dog shit takes until eventually they alienate everyone they like.
Sure, I think that you're probably right about that for a lot of people. What? Did Xanderhal just die?
I think
did he? Xanderhal died. No.
That is bunk.
Okay, guys.
That is bunk. Yep.
Bunk. Wait. Everyone, stop. Calm yourself. Calm.
Oh fuck. Christ.
Hi, Lonnie.
I'm okay.
Are you? All right. That is unfortunate. The things Zan does for his career.
Got it all. End it.
I puke for charity.
Is he good?
You know, that should be the next $1,000 goal. Xanderhal pukes for charity.
I'm so sorry for laughing, Sam. I'm so sorry for laughing.
Please.
I'm not. Like,
he
does it to himself to an extent. But also, he's having fun.
Go to the bathroom. Why can't you ever throw up in the toilet?
Why can't you ever throw up in the toilet? Classic line there. Absolute classic line. Why can't you ever throw up in the toilet? So not only has she had to clean up his sick multiple times, but also he never makes it to the toilet. He never gets up, goes to the toilet, and then throws up. He always just wherever he is. What a disgusting fella this guy is.
Pukes for charity.
So sorry.
Exactly. She deserved the gambling allowance.
Laughing, Sam. I'm so sorry for laughing.
Please.
I'm not. If you're running out of money because she's stealing it all to gamble, you need to work more. Sorry.
Like, he does it to himself to an extent. But also, he's having fun.
Go to the bathroom. Why can't you ever throw up in the toilet?
Oh, give it to him, Lonnie.
I'm muting him. I'm muting him.
Okay, but
Okay, Zan is muted, everybody.
I don't know if he's gonna catch up to this part of the stream, but Lonnie, for the love of God, please keep giving Xanderhal shit about not using the fucking trash. Holy hell.
So, Chad, how's everyone doing tonight?
Oh yeah, sorry. We were talking about something, and I just lost my train of thought. Fuck.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah,
we were talking about your friend
like,
Cheeto.
Conservatives.
Right. Yeah.
Typing under the calculator that I could do. It'd be like small $15, $20 like bits that would happen like throughout the day. So it'd be very easy to not notice, right? Like
$5,
$10, 25 at the most, you know, and it'd be while I'm asleep or while I'm like out or streaming or when I'm doing something that'll distract me and keep my mind off of like my finances for a while. I know every transaction. Me too now, motherfucker. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, listen, I feel like, listen.
No, we were not married.
Chad's giving you a really hard time with this. I think that, you know, obviously with a normal bank, you can see the transactions.
It's natural though, right? Because like when bad shit happens to people online, when bad shit happens to anybody, everyone wants to be the guy that says, that would have never happened to me. I'm so much smarter. Here's how you could have done it better. Like everybody wants to be that guy. Everybody wants to be the guy that says, here's how you could have done it.
So I think that you know, for me, it's like I understand if you're using PayPal as your financial thing and you can hide transactions, it's going to make it more difficult to track. And you know, you've probably got a rough idea of what's coming in from your stream, but it's not going to be a precise dollar number. You're going to think, oh, I probably made about $200 today or something or whatever. And in it goes, so you're not necessarily going to notice. But I think the reality is, and I think you'd probably agree with this, so this is probably a big wake-up call to, you know, go and get a proper bank account set up, right?
A proper bank account, though I do need to get a local one to... I'm moving soon, so I'm going to have to get another local one.
It's a good thing Shan didn't go to college because that would have been a waste.
Just because it would...
Thank you for the $10, Mr. Jones. Hugely appreciate it. Thank you.
Streamline things generally, and I do agree with that. The only problem is, is this the problem for you, Chad Logic? But like with my credit union, transferring money from my bank account to my PayPal or my PayPal to my bank account takes 5 days, 5 business days. So weekends don't count. So like, it's really a pain in the ass to transfer money from my PayPal to my bank account.
I didn't even.
Use that instead.
I just don't even understand. Like, wait, did they explain where his YouTube revenue's going? I think you can get your YouTube revenue sent to a PayPal, can you? I could be wrong. I didn't think you get YouTube.
Like,
sure.
It's not exact. Like the transfer back or forth takes 3 to 5 business days, not counting weekends. So it's like.
Well, okay, my advice to you, I'm not sure what you've got exactly in America, but in the UK, there's like online banks where you can still have all the normal stuff like a debit card and so on, but you can set it all up online. And I've got like a business account, which I use for all my income. And then
Trying to give
like
us
a
guys some
personal account
fatherly
that
advice.
I draw money out of, and I do all my spending on my business account that for like equipment and stuff. So I think from the sounds
you
of
can
it,
set up a bank account online. You don't have to go into the branch anymore, Xanderhal.
it sounds to me like you just need to be a bit more structured with how your finances are working. And I don't know if you've got the ability to, but maybe
I've already dealt with that. That was something that I did very, very quickly after I realized what Lonnie was doing. When I
Yeah.
realized that my finances were not in trustworthy hands, I
Tried
locked
before
down
the
everything.
Finny mind virus.
Changed my passwords. Like everything's so secured, it's ridiculous. I set up like I went and I updated my renter's insurance to include fraud protection. I did like a whole bunch of shit to ensure that. Believe me, I may be financially ignorant in some respects, but I am not stupid. I learned my lessons even if they're the hard way. But yeah. Anyways, so I end up discovering these charges. I get naturally pissed off, and I'm like, all right, well. This is already like the straw that broke the camel's back. This alone is
Rouse talking to sick. What about?
Enough to completely end the relationship. The stealing thing, no. Like that's a bottom line. She's done. She's gone. She's on the street now. But I did have some morbid curiosity because I had my suspicions because she was out, quote unquote, at work all the time. I was like, so what is she spending this fucking money on? So I hit up her ex-best friend, who, prior to this, I would have never believed a word out of the mouth of about Lonnie. But now I realize that Lonnie probably fucked this person over, and and maybe she is a good person to go to about this. So I talked to her about Lonnie, and she tells me some interesting things. She tells me about the meth. And she tells me about the gambling addiction. And she just generally tells me about her being a manipulative, like a master. The quote
so Lonnie
from her
denied all the meth stuff, by the way. Apparently, the only drug paraphernalia there was in the apartment was a mason jar that they were both using to make DMT.
Her is master manipulator, like very, very good at lying, very good at convincing you that she's somebody that she's not.
I see. That's how they got into the. That's how it got, because it's in this twit longer. So she told you that, you said that to her, and then it's in the twit longer.
Oh yeah, I mean it looks like it. Anyway, yes, that original quote comes from her friend saying that she's a master manipulator and a liar, and something that she said to me that kind of stuck with me, and it's why I'm so glad that we got the fucking police reports, because it's such a, at least for me, it's sort of like, oh yeah, I was definitely right. I'll never have that one shred of, did I overreact to all this shit in my brain, like in the back of my head? What her friend told me was that she'll lie about this to the end. She genuinely believes that the stuff that she does is morally justified, and she's convinced herself of the reality that she's spooled for herself, and she will never, not even like just to your face, admit anything that she's done. She will lie to herself and take those lies to the grave. That is what her friend told me. That is about as close to word for word as I can say. And we had this really long phone call, me and this ex-friend, like 13 hours long, me and her talked. It was a very enlightening conversation and fun as hell, because it was like, oh shit, yeah, she does do that.
This
Isn't
goes
she
like a
such an
freak.
annoying? Yeah, it was fun. Anyway.
And this information is also what contributed to the breakup as well then.
So with this knowledge that I'd gained from this best friend, I of course message her. And building the harem. I message her, and I message Lonnie. I'm like, yeah, so I know about the meth, I know about the stealing, I know about the gambling, and frankly, I imagine you're probably cheating on me or something. I don't even know what else. Her friends claim she's not a cheater, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. Whether she cheated or not, it makes no difference.
Just randomly accusing her of cheating too.
Piece of shit. And
right, so just to clarify, the cheating thing was kind of thrown as an afterthought. It was the stealing, the lying. That is the main reason.
Yeah, that was like, I'm sure you're doing this as well, kind of thing from me. But maybe a little bit emotional on my part. But I did say that to her. She's not lying about me accusing her of that. I will go on the record saying that.
Okay.
But her behavior was fishy, and I think it's more likely what she was doing was on meth benders and doing what drug addicts do while they're just gone. Like I don't know. That's what I'm assuming she was probably doing. And yeah, I dumped her ass. I told her, "You're fucking out. I want you out by the end of the month. I've already talked to the apartment complex.
Well, I
I've
seriously, I
already
don't know.
arranged
I
to
seriously doubt so much of this story now. Like, I just, like, Xanderhal has not gone anywhere. It's not like he got rid of this woman and all of a sudden his life turned around and he was, you know, had loads of money. But no, he's still like a fucking loser.
move out. I plan to stay for a few months in my mom's condo so I can save up money without any bills to worry about, so I can rent a house up in Seattle. And I like people in chat meme about me being a dead streamer or whatever, but I average like 350, 400 viewers on a like average day. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, and my viewer count on videos is doing quite all right too. So,
He's literally been in that same position. He's been like a 300 viewer streamer for how long now? Like 3 years? Dude.
So, yeah, it's pretty much where I am now. I'm staying at my mom's condo and saving up for the next couple months just so I can afford to put the the payments down for a house up north. And a big part of it is my uncle. This is a bit of a positive side of things. I'm going to give you as a bit of a palate cleanser before I get into the really crazy shit, because we haven't even gotten to the like Breaking Bad tier, like what the fuck is your life a TV show part of the story.
Okay.
Breaking Bad tier. By the way, this was like a couple of mason jars. Apparently, was the meth lab she had.
Or the part where I went full Sigma.
Where he went full Sigma. Well, the part where I went full Sigma. I went full Sigma on my whore ex-girlfriend. I went totally Sigma on my whore ex-girlfriend.
Wait, so basically, I message her and I'm like, "You're fucking out, all right?" For one, I'm moving out of this apartment at the end of the month, and so like they're going to get all this fucking shit out of here. If it's not out, like you can get your, I'm getting my shit out, you get your shit out. I'm turning in my keys. And if your stuff's still in here, my name's the only one on the lease, so I'll get the eviction. She knew that if she stayed in there and like
this is all very Sigma. Who remembers that that part in Death Note where Misa kept stealing money out of Light's bank account? He didn't notice for months. It's very Sigma stuff happening here.
Leave by the day that I was set to move out, then she could get me an eviction. And like the apartment can't have someone living in it when they do the clear out day, right?
Yeah, of course. You got to have all the stuff moved out, and then they come and they take the apartment back, right?
Yeah. So she holy shit. So she oh wait, I was gonna tell you the happy thing first.
Yeah,
I'll wait until afterwards. Here, let me type down the thing that I was gonna talk about. It's happy.
Okay.
Just so we don't forget. All right. Quail.
Okay.
That's the single word, quail. All right, let's continue. So she has a month to get out of there, and so do I. I immediately start packing my stuff up because I'm like, well, this place is fucking depressing. I don't want to like be around in this apartment anymore. I guess I'll just go move into my mom's condo. It's nice. It's like a place right around the corner. She rented it a few months back. It's
wow.
I just chill there. I can stream there. It's like, why not? I'll have no bills to worry about for the next few months. And then I can get my own place. It's nice. So that's what I decided to do. And I started streaming and making money, saving it up so that I could afford to do that little move towards the end of the year. And I'm like, hey Lonnie, a few days have passed.
Yeah, lost his mommy and needs his bio mommy now, dude.
The weeks passed. Are you gonna get your stuff out of there? And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna get it out, but I don't have anywhere to go. And I'm like, well, we'll help you move if you want to get a.
Bear in mind, he was like begging his audience for help, so that him and his girlfriend could run away from his abusive mother. That was before all of this. When he was first moving out, it's my mom's abusive. I have to run away. Give me money so I can run away with my girlfriend because my mom was so abusive. And now it's, oh, my girlfriend was stealing money from me and taking advantage of me. Now I have to move back in with my mom. It's like, okay, dude.
Thing she brings up in the twit longer is that we suggested she move to Big Bear. What we did was we found a place that she could get for like $1,400 a month. That would be rent.
Whoa, guys, holy shit! I just noticed something. We're now at less than half an hour, 26 minutes until the super chat goal is over. It says 20 teal super chats, 5 more minimum of teal super chats. If we hit the 20 goal, I will consider becoming a day trader. I will consider day trading. If we hit 20 teal super chats in the next 27 minutes, 26 and a half minutes. Huge stuff. Very important that we hit that goal, guys. Hugely important. Very, very important. Very, very important. You should put up a goal for Kelly 10. Is that what you mean, Kelly Jean, or another Kelly? What's the Kelly Jean content? Kenny destroyed Kelly. What?
And all utilities except for internet included. As that's past a certain threshold of like I think electricity usage, because it was like a rental VRBO. It was like $1,400 a month for that much included. And I was like, I found this place for you.
Yeah, we'll take out a HELOC
like,
if we hit the goal. Just imagine that I've got like property to leverage against.
There's a storage unit place. You've got the money for it. Get your shit out. Here you go. Here you go.
So you actually helped her in this month, even though you'd split up. You were helping her to move out.
Because I wanted her out, not because I wanted to help her.
Right.
Because
Okay.
to be clear, no positive feelings for her whatsoever.
Sure.
However,
there's a pragmatic
I wanted
concern.
her out.
Yeah.
I wanted her out, and I want her out of my life permanently, and to never hear or see from her again. So I was like, I will help you get out of here, but you better fucking get out of here. 1,400, all bills paid, basically, is not bad. It is fucking amazing. That is so goddamn good in America, in a place like that. So basically, I found that place for her, and I sent it to her. My mom even did some searching and found some places, because my mom loves searching random places online for like VRBOs and rentals and shit. So even she sent some shit over her way, because my mom and her were friends. We would we would go on drives and like go to dinner and lunch together, and we had go into having dinner with the mother-in-law type thing, right? Like not mother-in-law literally, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like that was the sort of dynamic that was going on there. And she refused any help that we offered her. And another week goes by. I've been here. I've been streaming at this place. If you've watched my streams, you can see the change in setting. And thank God they never have. I was never going to marry her, and I don't think she ever wanted to get married either. But basically, I'm not very big on marriage, and neither was she. So,
wow.
Basically, fuck, I'm high right now, so I'm trying to remember where I was.
That's all good. So we were talking about. So you wanted her out of your life, so you were finding a place for her to live. So I guess
I tried to help her find a place to live.
Yeah.
She rejected my help, and at that point, I was like, okay, well, I guess she's moving out on her own. It's on her. If she doesn't get out in time, then there'll be an eviction on my record. But I'll just save up and buy a house if I have to, or like figure some other way around it. Get a roommate or something that I'm friends with or something. Like figure something out. I could always do that. I wasn't going to like continue to pay or allow her to stay there. And she was just going to get evicted at the end of the month anyway. So it was like, all right, well, she knows she's got her time. She's seen the things on the goddamn door. And she's she knows what's coming. She has her opportunity to get out. And
but
so
it seems like she had other plans rather than moving out from the looks of it here.
It would seem that way, wouldn't it?
Mm.
So we go over there I'd ballpark about 10 days before she was arrested. And we try to open up the door, and the door will not open.
Okay, here we go. This is the drug lab stuff, I think, right?
It's like we open. I unlock it. I use my key. I unlock the door. We stop by there to try to like make sure it's getting cleared out. I want to make sure that she's actually moving out. Stop by the apartment. Open the door with the key. But there's like a lock that's been installed. It's one of those slide outs. What are they called? The ones that swing out and like stop a door. She'd installed one of those, which is like, okay, so not a chain. No, it's like something you did. It's not even a latch. It's some swinging hard plastic magnetic thing. You put a magnet up to it, and that lets you move it. And then you have to move the magnet to like steady it in place. That's my understanding of how it works. Anyway, so she'd installed one of those to make it so I could not go into the apartment. the apartment that until
Based.
the
Fuck your
until a few
apartment.
days ago was still in my name and I had keys for and everything.
What,
It
she
became
she
very
prevented
obvious
you
what
from
she was
getting
doing.
in?
Yes, she did.
Good.
It became very obvious, and I will be showing this off during my segment today, but I have pictures and stuff that I took in the apartment of everything I'm going to be bringing up here. Anyway, so basically, go there.
He was going to steal her meth.
You can't get in. We're like, okay, she's going to have to deal with what happens when the apartment complex deals with her. And we'll just sit here. Like, me and my mom were like, we're going to get some folding chairs, and we're going to set them up.
He said he was going to show pictures of the drug lab. I don't think he ever did.
Right in front of the apartment, and we're going to get popcorn and we're going to get Slurpees to sit down and watch as she cries while she gets evicted because she decided to sit there like a squatter for a month with every opportunity to move out to try to fuck me over. And that's what our plan was. And it was going to be very, very, very enjoyable if that's how it went. However, things actually ended up going a little bit better. A few days later, end up getting a letter in the mail. Lonnie had attempted to get some credit cards in my...
Okay, guys, we have got a crazy... I've just seen a crazy titled clip on my Twitter homepage. And we need to see what this is immediately. Fuentes declaring unironic racial hatred is just low IQ. This could be awesome. This could be awesome.
Anyone that has any genuine racial hatred, we have to just say there's something wrong with you. I understand not wanting to live around black people. I get it. And I understand when you see what black people do.
This is real. Do I not just say this? Have I not been saying this? Have I not been saying emotional racism makes sense, but if you let that affect your judgment of the world, you're a complete fucking retard? I understand that the Indian shops suck, but you've got to grapple with the realities of how the world works.
Them, I understand hating that, but this whole like autistic racial, like actual racialism, actual racial militant hatred, it is like a freak show because that comes from an emotional place. It is one thing to say that, like, there are whites and blacks. Black people clearly are not on our level of development, and that's why they're struggling. That's why they're not integrating well, and that's why there are these problems. Like, it's one thing to say that clinically, and it's one thing to see what they do and get frustrated by it and get angry about it. It's a whole other thing to have this, like, persistent, like, antipathy for vast groups of people. That is just like a low IQ, dysfunctional thing. Everything, oh, well, but that doesn't make you mad. It's like, yeah, it makes me mad. I'm not filled with like racial hatred for an entire group. Even the Jews, even though Jewish people have ruined my life in many ways and like they do horrible things, I don't have a hatred for them as a group. And I could say nice things about them, you know? But that comes from being a Christian. That's the kind of peace and that's the kind of disposition that you can only have if you love God, if you truly have love in your heart for people. And it's no coincidence. It's always these pagans that harbor this intense animosity all the time. And if you have that, you really got to get over that. And that doesn't mean you need to stop being racist. It doesn't mean you got to stop being a quote unquote racist, but you got to let go of wrath. You have to let go of anger. And especially autistic to like hate Italians of all people. Like what level of fucking role play are you on? The year is 2025. We are besieged from all sides by blacks and Jews and Mexicans and Indians. And you're autistically angry about Italians. You'd have to like work at that. You would have, that is like a self-conscious role play. Like I'm pretending to be a hardcore racist. Italians are, it's like, what are Italians doing in 2025? Organized crime isn't even a thing. Italians are completely assimilated. What do Italians do? The only thing that is offensive that Italians do is they pretend to be more Italian than they are. That's the only offensive thing Italians do anymore. The only problematic behavior is that Italians play up this like Italian caricature and it's super annoying. That's it. Other than that, all they do is make the good food. What's the fucking problem? All they do is like make good food and are funny. They're basically indistinguishable in many cases. I mean, how many like super ethnic Italians do you even meet in a country like Australia? That's just role play. So that's just being an idiot. You know, who's really out there mad at other white people? I joke about Polish people. It's jokes. If I'm among white people, except for Southerners, if I'm among white people, look, I like white people. We got to stick together. Whites stick together.
Oh my god. That's just real. That's just real. That went crazy.
My name. The problem is she's stupid.
I don't even have to disavow that one. That went crazy.
And I canceled them before she could do it, and then locked my credit with the 3 major credit bureaus, so she can't do anything else there. So my credit was secured like in 10 seconds. She wasn't even able to do shit with that, but I had enough evidence to get proof of her engaging in credit card fraud. So as a matter of fact, one of the next steps...
And that's what America First is about. It's about love.
Thank you for the $5. Yeah, I retweet Fuentes because he's funny, and I agree with some of his analysis sometimes. In fact, I'm going to retweet that clip. Like that, I agree with his analysis there. I don't necessarily agree with whites got to stick together, but like all the rest of it, yeah, I pretty much agree with it. I mean, even the stuff about black people is kind of like true on a descriptive level. It's just the prescriptions end up being different, right? He didn't say clinically underdeveloped. That's not quite what he said, is it? He said he was saying it in a clinical way. But I mean, that's fundamentally, that's the problem, right? That is, like, we can sit there and say that's horrible phrasing. Like, he's saying that's such a fucking horrible way. Why is it always blacks and never poors? Well, it's poors and blacks disproportionately, even among poors, because they've been so poor for so long and didn't get all the advantages that white people got like a long ass time ago. So, I mean, it's true about black people, right? Generally. It's just your belief about the reasoning might be different to Fuentes, and your belief about the prescription might be different. But descriptively, he's right.
On the road here is reporting her to the police for that. So we'll be filing a police report for that. Especially because, like, we didn't do it because she's been threatening to post that twit longer for 2 days now if I don't call her. And I was like, we're not going to send her straight back to jail 2 days later on federal credit card fraud. Like we're not. I don't want to do that right away if she's like just, you know, being crazy and has just gotten out of jail and is being hysterical here. But well, now you better believe I'm pressing charges. She's going to prison. Man. She's going to prison. That's what's happening.
Well, at least she'll have somewhere to stay at that point,
Let's
I guess.
go. Wow, that's hard as fuck.
Yeah,
she'll
have somewhere to stay.
I'm sending my ex-girlfriend to prison for doing drugs.
Yeah, no, she's going to prison, guys. I'm pressing charges. Like, why the fuck wouldn't I? Like, what am I gonna leave her to be homeless? Like, unironically, like, I'd feel like it's the kinder thing to do. Unironically.
Yeah, I've never even seen a police report from Xanderhal. I've got no idea if he ever even did anything here. Talk all
in
this
all
shit.
seriousness, though.
Yeah. So just want to clarify. So basically, like, she had the month to move out. You
don't
kind of
sexually harass people in chat.
You wanted kind of rid of her. But then she took steps to lock you out of the property.
That's 5 minutes. 5 minutes was sexually harassing other users in chat.
Well, here's where things get Breaking Bad tier.
Okay.
They haven't gotten crazy yet.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So we're filing. Well, like, at the time, we were like, okay, we got to get Lonnie out of this apartment. And so when we found out she had tried to, like, do credit, like, steal my identity and also, like, get credit cards in my name, we're like, all right, well, let's just file a police report and the cops will take you right out of there. And problem solved.
Babka is now asking for it, so no more timeouts for sexually
harassing
Babka.
And I shit you not, I am literally typing up the order of events to show to give to the police officer when I have the sheriff over to file the report. And I get a call from, and this is the county that I'm in, it's a big county, the Riverside County jail system. And I'm like, no fucking way. No fucking way. Because there's only one person it could have possibly been. Who the fuck else is calling me from jail? It's fucking her. And I ignore her call because I know she's in jail. And I'm like, yeah, you sit there scared. And so I go and I check online, and sure enough,
Bro, it's
just as
just
I
so
suspect-
crazy to just like treat her like this. It's like, I understand she's fucked you over, but it's just like border. It's like either it's not quite demonic. I wouldn't say it's demonic really, because she has fucked you over. It's incredibly immature to just like get fucked over by someone that has done quite a lot for you and you've got quite a close relationship with, and just immediately turn on them and be like, oh yeah, this person can die for all I care. It's just like, I mean, really, this is like a bizarre behavior. Why are you playing old content? What happened? Well, there's not a whole lot going on today. And Xanderhal got locked out of his YouTube account this week.
suspected. At this point, I had no hard evidence that she was a drug addict or that she had that she was a thief necessarily. I didn't have the hardest of hard. Well, I had hard evidence she was a thief. I didn't have hard evidence she was a drug addict yet, and not with meth. But well, I mean, you saw the arrest reports. What I sent you and what you showed on stream is exactly what I found online, Jud Logic.
So, so this, yeah, it seems to be.
It doesn't scratch any vengeful itch for me. It literally, it's just like just embarrassing. It's like it's just like lame as fuck.
Pretty clear cut here. I mean, obviously at this stage, you know, not to run defense or anything, but this is the police aspect. So, I mean, would they prosecute her for this? How would that work? Would they move things forward?
What ended up happening is, so she had a fictitious check on her, which is a felonious offense, and she had obviously meth on her and probably a pipe and like other meth paraphernalia on her. And as you can see, there's the A's next to the.
Someone was saying that the charge couldn't have been meth as well.
The charges there on the bottom, those are the ones that ended up being sentenced. She pleaded. She pleaded down from the felony charge and the 2 misdemeanor possession charges down to just 2 misdemeanor possession charges because, well, in California, that's going to be a lot less severe. Also, the if you want to look it up, I mean, you can look it up right now. The Riverside court system right now is extremely backed up and like low on judges. They're pushing people through really fast and pushing people to get plea deals really fast. So she was like in 3 days of being held. Able to get a plea deal down to some basic
5'2", dude. She looked like the same height as him.
Drug possession and get out. But I mean, she's got a rap sheet now. You know, really cool to dox your ex too. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out right now. This is all public information. Not only is the information that is in that police report, not only was it public before all of this because Lonnie made her information public, but also that police report is literally public, and none of it is doxing. There's no one's address is even on there. The place of arrest is 2 hours.
I wonder how tall he is. I don't think.
I mean,
tall.
I can't listen. I've got to be honest. I can't help but detect a sense of glee. Like it seems like you're very kind of excited about this.
Yeah.
Do you not feel any sense of sympathy towards her in any way, or?
Well, we haven't gotten to the crazy part yet, have we?
Okay.
Chad Logic.
Okay.
We haven't gotten to the crazy part. So, after I find out that she's in jail. And we've got 4 days to get all the trash cleaned out of the apartment and get it like ready for the apartment complex.
I want to see. Let's hear the crazy
some heavy
part.
furniture and shit in there that I can't move on my own. It's like some big fucking giant like like case for like putting dishes and stuff like that. They said that they'd have the maintenance guy with or a couple maintenance guys with like a hand truck.
Whoa, guys, we need 4 more super chats, 4 more tail or above super chats to fill the goal. But we've only got 8 minutes, guys. That means we need to get 1 super chat every 2 minutes. For the next 8 minutes, guys, it's very important that we fill this goal. Okay, I can't overstate how important it is that we fill this goal. It's like so important. So guys, remember, okay, like the stream, send in the super chat, buy a membership. It doesn't fill the goal, but it's awesome anyway. We love seeing support. We love seeing epic support. Thank you. I can't bother to do the whole show.
That and that would just be like I just have to pay the hourly fee for the maintenance guy, which is like $16 an hour. So it's like okay, that's fine. I'm fine with like some heavy shit being left in the apartment and paying whatever it takes to get that shit out. I can't get that stuff out on my own. So we go to the apartment and the door's still locked. We can't get in. And we're like, all right. Well,
I see Extreme Dad in the waiting room, dude. If you're listening, you just want to come on and shit talk Xanderhal. I really don't care, bro. I'm not bringing you on to just talk shit about Xanderhal and how he doesn't understand how the police work or how prisons work or whatever. Okay. You're just going to talk shit about Xanderhal and how he called you a pedophile and how you understand prison because you've been to prison. He doesn't understand it, and he's wrong about it. I know how this call is going to go. I'm not particularly interested. Thank you for the $5, Liberal Chad. Hugely appreciate it. Thank you.
Call the police. Let's have a cop come here with some power tool. Maybe they'll get the maintenance guy to come here with a power tool, and you can just saw through the block, right? Saw right through it. And we ended up going around back.
Yo, and the second $5 from Liberal Chad, and the €5 from Q. Hugely appreciate it. Thank you.
Fine.
He's saying bro to me. He's saying bro. And the $5 from Liberal Chad to fill the goal. Hugely appreciate it. Thank you. He's saying that's totally wrong. We're giving him a chance. Okay, Extreme Dad, what are you here to say? This could be a quick call in, okay? So just lay it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Back door was actually unlocked, and we were able to get in. The back sliding glass door. She must have been so fucking high that she forgot to fucking lock it. So we were able to get in there, and this is where shit gets crazy. Lonnie talked about the apartment being trashed in her little twit longer here, and I have a feeling she might be projecting a little bit, because what me and my mom walked into was I thought that there must have been a compost pile somewhere in the apartment. It had been 10 days since I had been to that apartment, and I walk in. There are pics, and they'll be shown off on stream. I walk into the apartment, and it just smells like a fucking compost pile. And
I will now be considering becoming a day trader, guys. Okay. We hear that.
I'm trying to think of where the best place to start of things that I found in there. I'm going to start with the least offensive things, and we're going to work our way up to the insanity.
Okay. Extreme Dad wants to call in. Okay. Dude. Have you figured it out? Okay, listen. Whatever you've got to say cannot be interesting enough to justify this. I gotta be real. I'm gonna catch you later, Extreme Dad.
Insanity scale.
Yep.
So, you know how I'd taken the cat over here to take care of her when the AC broke so that she wouldn't, die in like the goddamn desert heat of Palm Springs? The cat food bowl, I forgot to empty that out, which is fine because Lonnie came home right after that and would have been able to deal with it. But no, for the last 10 days that I've been gone, and she'd been staying there apparently, she had left that cat food bowl, this wet cat food shit, sitting in the bowl on the ground for 10 straight days. And I kid you not, it was full of fucking maggots. The kitchen, swarming with these tiny little flies. The goddamn trash can was just vile. The inside of the fridge was literally like pooled with the green juice, like this pale green juice from different like produce that had started leaking and rotting. Because apparently what she was doing was buying fresh produce, like a week's worth of fresh produce, and then let that goes bad in a few days, and then like not eating it, letting it go bad to waste money. Here's the crazy shit now. So the house itself was obviously completely trashed. There was garbage everywhere. And then this is what really pissed me off. She was making drugs in the living room. She had a drug-making operation going in the living room. And I won't go into super big detail on that. We threw all that shit out. And because it was happening in an apartment with my name on it and we got all that shit out of there, I don't want to deal with the shit from it, so I won't go into any more detail on that. But yeah, that's what I ended up finding in there. And not only that, but I also ended up finding what I thought at first must have been some kind of arts and crafts table project. But no. I see sitting on this, I think it was called a cricket, or like this. It's basically a segmented cutting board for it's got laminate. It does lamination. There's a thing for cutting out different bits.
This didn't happen if it did. Good
making
on
fake IDs.
Yeah, he has never presented the evidence for this.
Must have been some kind of arts and crafts table project. But no. I see sitting on this, I think it was called a cricket, or like this. It's basically a segmented cutting board for it's got laminate. It does lamination. There's a thing for cutting out different bits. For making fake IDs. They had they were making fake IDs, and their failed fake IDs were sitting on the fucking table. Now, of course, we got pictures, and not only did we get pictures of that, but we also, and this will also be getting reported to the police, not only did we get pictures of that, but we also literally got a picture of the to-do list that she had drawn out, in which she literally says, buy a cricket for fake IDs. She'd literally written buy a cricket for fake IDs on the to-do list. They had a to-do list of things to buy for doing their crimes and wrote out what they were for in said to-do list. So we got a picture of that too. And
wow.
Promptly sent every illegal piece of paraphernalia and material straight to the fucking dump to whence it came. Because God knows I did not want to have to deal with any of the fucking consequences for what she did in that apartment. I'd
wait, you
hoped
destroyed
that while I
evidence?
was gone for those 10 days, because I'd moved out, that she would, knowing that they were going to be clearing that
So you
place out
destroyed
soon,
evidence?
that she would herself clear that place out. And she did take everything that was valuable. She took everything out of there that was hers, that was valuable. She'd only really left garbage, big, heavy furniture, and like her photo albums and her valuable, like her sentimental stuff, the stuff she talked about in her TwitLonger. And before they trashed the house, we put all that in storage. It's safe. And it's going to be given to her like as soon as she has the ability to store it. The problem is I'm paying for the storage, so I'm not going to give her the key and be like, okay, I'll keep paying for it. Once she gets that key, that stuff's getting out of that storage unit. I'm not paying for it anymore. None of the stuff in the storage unit's criminal stuff. I'm not paying for it anymore, so she's gonna have to find a way to store it. So I don't know why she's so insistent that her homeless ass living in a car needs to right now have her cat and all of her items back, because she apparently has nowhere to live and nowhere to put it. So like she's literally got a storage unit with all of her stuff, and I've got the key and we'll give it to her whenever she wants it. Like I want to mail it to her because I want to talk to her. But like once she's got that key, I'm canceling, like, and she's gotten her stuff out, I'm canceling that storage unit, and she's got to figure out a way to get to store that herself, because I'm not going to be responsible for it. And
Sure.
I mean, I'm a person. Listen, I'm not a cat person. I love the cat, but like, it's a pain in the ass to have a pet, you know, like if especially one that's not as sweet as a dog. Okay. If the cat was as sweet as a dog, then it would be a little bit more appealing to have this cat long term. But I assure you, I have no intent whatsoever to keep her cat forever. People in chat have been saying not to return the cat because of the abuse of like neglectful household, and it's like you've got a point, but at the same time, it's like one, legally I have to return the cat, and two, it's like I know it sounds like shitty, but like I don't.
You want her out of your life, and you want the cat out of your life.
I want her out of my life, and I want to make sure the cat's okay.
Okay.
And preferably, a cat could be in her owner's care and safe in her owner's care. That is the ideal thing, right? And that's what I'd like to have happen.
Okay, well, listen, this is all a very intriguing tale. However, I just want to check something in regards to the sort of meth lab allegations, because in my mind...
Hold on. I didn't say meth lab.
Okay, sorry. That's me putting words in your mouth.
Thank you for
okay,
$2.
the apparatus that was used to seemingly make drugs. Let's put it like that, okay? So you're saying you kind of threw all that away. Is that not something you would need to report to the police and have dealt with on an official basis?
So, if you have an apartment and your name is the only one on the lease, and you call the cops and have them come over and tell them there's a drug lab and everything going on in my apartment, but it's my girlfriend that did it, or my ex-girlfriend that did it. Let's just say it's going to be a tough fucking time to it's just going to be a tough conversation to have.
Yeah.
You know? I just don't like talking to cops. Listen, regardless of how in the right I am, okay, in any conversation or interaction with a cop, even if it's me and a cop is sitting down on a bench having a beer together, the fact that cops have the ability to, like, you know, arrest you, and that's just kind of on your record, is kind of a scary thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but I mean, you know, I just think it seems to make sense to me that you would kind of lawyer up.
Yeah, I played the throwing up clip.
And
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. It was not a meth lab. It was not a meth that she was making. It was not a dangerous or what she was doing as far as making drugs was not dangerous. And I'm saving these details for the police because I want to be able to release like a police report.
It's like two mason jars that they had for making DMT together. That's what she claims.
Going to be filing and all of that for the future, because I don't know what she's actually going to get in trouble for. I don't want to promise, oh, she's getting in trouble for this and this and this, and then she doesn't, right? Because I can't promise that. But that's what I found in the apartment, and I threw that shit away because I wanted nothing to do with it. They were clearing the apartment in 3 days, and I could not do a whole fucking like criminal investigation in this apartment during all of that. It's just not something. It's not something I wanted to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So, clear the fucking place out. Clear the fucking place out.
Okay. Yeah, but you're saying that there's other things you are going to send to police though. So it's like, you know, like that I don't want to get involved in with the police, but this I am willing to get involved with the police. So you're gonna have to talk to the police at some point.
Yeah, we're going to have to now. When all of this went down,
I'm running out of patience.
I really didn't want to get them involved because it was going to slow down the progress of getting everything out in time for me not to get an eviction on my record or on my credit, which is what I was trying to avoid. Because
but wait, why would they do an eviction if there's a genuine reason that this has come up?
Because it needs to be vacated in time for them to clear it out, clean it, and get it ready for new inhabitants. I'd come to a agreement with the apartment complex manager. My lease comes to an end here. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I was moved out. Her presence there, she was not on the lease. She was like not supposed to even be there. So her presence there, she wasn't a legal tenant, and she was the only one there. So the apartment complex.
Okay, guys, I think we've got